Ericka,
Wendy.
welcome. Thank you for coming in today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I know. It's okay to be nervous.
I am.
Yeah. Have you ever done a podcast before?
I've never done a podcast before.
Okay. So, guys, this is Ericka. This is my aunt. And I say that kind of tongue in cheek because she's going to talk a lot today about some pretty interesting things that have happened to her in the last year and a half.
3 months.
Yeah. Well, maybe a little bit before that. But
Yeah.
so she was married to my uncle who passed about a year and a half ago at 70, correct?
Yeah, it's
Suddenly.
70.
Yeah. And if we cry today, we cry. If we don't, we don't. It's okay. Whatever goes, goes. The wonderful fuckery of being over 50.
Right.
Right. So Ericka and I, like my dad, it's my dad's brother that passed. My dad and then his brother. My dad had 9 brothers and sisters. And Ericka's husband was the youngest, right? It's the third youngest
he was
boy.
number 8.
Number 8. Good Lord. My grandma and grandpa were busy.
Right.
So we were knee deep in kids' life, and we're probably closer now than before, but for no reason except life goes on. And so she experienced something very poignant. And I'm going to open up. She's just going to speak because I think it's a story that she needs to share. So I want to talk to her a little bit about this is going to be called Choosing Yourself and What It Costs You after your husband died. And I'd like you, if you're comfortable, to kind of share as much as you want about what happened, how, and what happened afterwards, and kind of what you're experiencing now and where you're in a chrysalis of amazingness. So
Yeah.
welcome
I
to the
have
show.
to say, I am enjoying now life.
Yeah.
Let's say 20 months ago when Mike passed, that was July 19th, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Shock.
Yeah.
It was all of a sudden, it was a widowmaker.
Uh-huh.
No warning, no nothing.
Right.
I thought my world was over.
Hmm?
I'd spent 33 years with that man. Ugh. And yeah,
No, at least me. Yeah.
It's wow. You were just catapulted into the world of the unknown. I mean, I lost my identity.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my partner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was my everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you really don't realize all of it until it happens. I think, unfortunately, as life goes on and you're living these lives, you just kind of feel like, it's an everyday routine. You're not expecting
We've always got tomorrow.
Right.
Well, one day we'll get to it, right?
Always.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you that, one day doesn't always come.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was the hardest thing, and even today. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I get a little emotional.
No apologies necessary. That's what tears are for.
Yeah.
Tears are good. I got a few going on as well. Do you want me to kind of guide you through a little bit?
I would love that because, Wendy, I guess the one thing I can honestly say is that it's so hard to articulate these type of feelings.
Yeah.
Until you've been in it.
Right.
People will think that they understand it. They don't.
No, it's a snowflake. There's no way I can understand what you're feeling. I haven't lost a spouse. I lost a dad.
Yes.
Whatever. But it's such an individual journey that part of the process is you may never articulate it. But okay, so I'll pick up if you like, and then this is just my overview of what kind of happened. And if I may say so, when he passed, he had gotten prostate cancer 5 years prior.
It was bladder.
Oh, it was?
Bladder cancer.
I've been saying the wrong thing. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
So treatable, but he kind of withdrew from life. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, I would say that it is. It just kind of a depression hit him.
Sure.
And, because Mike was so full of life. I mean, a firefighter for 30 years. He loved his career.
Captain.
Yep. He was
Yeah.
a captain on the Anchorage Fire Department, Station 6.
Yeah.
And
shout out.
I know, shout out to AFD.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Yeah.
And I think really when this hit him, he found out that, wow, I'm not as invincible as I thought I was. And he went through the treatment twice. So the first time didn't catch it all. And so he went through it the second time, but he had to retire from his second career to finish up all these treatments and everything. And then after he got the whole gamut, it was clear, cancer-free, everything, didn't have to go in for 3 months, 6 months, 1-year checkups anymore.
Great.
And then he stopped going to the doctor. Yeah. And I would tell him, hey, hon, you haven't had your physical in quite a while.
It's very common.
I'll make it. Yeah. Do you want me to do it for you? No, I can do it.
Yeah.
And
it's really hard as a spouse.
It is.
It's a very, don't lose your train of thought. I feel, and I have that in my home, and it's a very selfish decision when you're married. And I don't mean to make light of that, but it's a very selfish decision that a spouse might make if you're in a marriage or family.
It is. Scary. It really is. But, and maybe I should have been a little bit more forceful in doing it. But then there was a side of me that really understood this man went through 2 rounds of chemo.
Yeah, tired.
For his bladder, for the bladder cancer, everything.
Yeah.
And I am so sure that he was just totally doctored out.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But then again, I kick myself because it's like, you didn't check his cholesterol, didn't check, blood pressure, everything.
Yeah.
How did he have symptoms? Did he, not tell me about?
And you'll never know.
I'll never know.
The mystery of it all.
Exactly. So, I would have to say I took on quite a bit of guilt on that because I could have been really forceful and just said, give me the damn number, and I'll make your appointment because Mike would do. It's like, okay, you have an appointment here. Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't because he got angry.
Sure. Well, anger is fear. We all know that, right? And it's not uncommon for men to suffer in silence.
No. And, and maybe parts of him was thinking maybe he just didn't want to go back and have them
Bad
say
news.
it's back.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll never know.
Well, right.
We'll never know. It was a guilt that I had to get past.
Right. The process of your mourning. It's really only been 1.5 years. So you still are knee deep in the doo-doo for sure. And if I may fast forward for you, this is an important story because I think, there's no exactness to how anybody should, will, does, or has to mourn. There's no way that anybody, especially with what you went through, which we'll talk about here in a second, is no judgment, because there is no playbook on this horseshit, right?
Nope.
So
I can honestly tell you, grief is not a group project.
No, and it's nobody's opinion. I only know my little corner of grief. I don't even know everybody's is different. So you have 2 daughters.
2 daughters.
How many grandchildren?
And I have 3 grandchildren.
And you guys were traveling, and this was about 6 months after?
Yeah, 6 months after.
Are you okay if we talk about this?
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
It's part of
your
ahead. Okay. I think it's important part of your journey because it was very unexpected.
It was very unexpected.
Yes. So they're traveling and they're partying up north in northern Arizona, as I recall. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you were having a really good time and you met someone.
I did.
Very inconveniently.
Very inconveniently. It probably was, perfect timing, but, I would have to say that time in my life that I was lonely. I was looking for that connection.
Of course. Because that's why I brought up the 5 years prior, because we talked about that. You're like, I was really lonely even before he passed. So it's exacerbated by him passing.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Right.
Because, the cancer took a toll on us as well,
Mhm.
so, but, the important thing about it, though, is Mike and I never lost respect for one another, ever. I mean, we may have had our differences and, lulls, peaks and valleys, is probably a better thing to say with our marriage.
Marriage. Yeah.
But we loved each other.
Mhm.
And so when I went up north unexpectedly, I'd probably say, loneliness kind of got the best of me and wanting that connection. And well,
Nope, it's okay.
so I'd probably say I had a lapse in judgment too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, there could have been 20 other men in that bar. I don't know.
Right.
You happen to have met somebody and all of a sudden it's 4 a.m. You didn't even touch PPs and you just talked. You just talked and had a male energy and connection, which was not planned.
It wasn't planned. It
Fair
was
statement.
nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. It was nice to have that connection.
Sure.
Even for the moment.
Even for the moment.
I think the sad thing about it, though, is everybody put their twist on the story, and then the judgment came just flooding out.
From the closest people to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I'm really sorry about that.
It was hurtful.
Very.
It was very hurtful.
Yeah. You whore. You whore.
Yeah.
You're a whore.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst one was she couldn't possibly love my dad.
Yeah.
She's moving on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm moving forward.
Yeah. Oh, that's very well said.
I mean, you never move on.
No.
Mike will always be with me.
No. And I remember you saying that about that gentleman. You said, if Mike walked through that door right now, I would jump in his arms. And he said, I would want you to.
And he did.
Such a cool thing.
He did say that. There was a lot of respectful things about him. And he never really minimized my grief or anything. Matter of fact, he let me talk about it very freely. Good. So I was pretty grateful for that.
Good.
I think part of it was I tried not to because I didn't want anybody to feel like I was comparing.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you're a girl, so you always worry about everybody else.
Oh, I know. I know. Now I'm getting way better because, I listen to your podcast a lot.
Because, yeah, there's definitely a freedom that comes with that. But so you started seeing each other, and it was not well received from the fam.
It wasn't.
You're
part of it.
Clear. Some people were supportive.
Oh, I will tell you. All my sister-in-laws, and at the time, let's see, there was 7.
Yeah,
all of them super supportive. Super.
That's huge, though. That's his sisters and his family. Yeah,
absolutely.
But see, these are people that have been through the doo-doo of life.
They have.
That is the difference of what we'll talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of longevity marriages in our family.
Yes.
We have one set that's been married 60 years.
Yeah.
Another, I think, is like 57.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Mike and I, 30.
Yeah. But it's the young ones, right?
It's the young ones. Yeah. The ones.
But one of them is not so young.
No, one of them is not so young. And one of them, well, we kind of need to back up maybe just a minute.
Sure.
Because Mike had 2 daughters. And then we have our 2, which he adopted both my girls.
Yeah. So 4 total.
4 total.
Yes.
And it was the oldest one. That
Can we share their ages, please, real quick?
Oh,
just
yeah.
so people have some perspective on.
At the time, let's see. At the time, she was 50.
Okay.
The other one is, I think, 47.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead.
Yep. And then we have one that's 36.
Okay.
And one that's 35.
So those 4 and the grandchildren were turned their back on you. Is that fair?
I would say that yes, the 4 girls did. The grandchildren didn't have a say in it.
Well, they were pulled away from you.
They were. I mean, I was being punished. I was not fit to have my grandkids.
It's and I have to add, you also lost your best friend
I lost
and
my best friend of
your
30 years.
awesome doggy.
And my awesome dog.
You guys, on the course of a year and a short time, it was just a shit.
It was all
double
within 10 months.
Shit sandwich, yeah.
10 months.
And then this comes up, and then they turn away when you need them the most, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And they just, they didn't think the timeline was right. And I'm like, well, what is a timeline? I dated, or I guess I went into this particular relationship not looking for a relationship, so to speak, a connection.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, see where it went. There were some great things about the relationship, and then there was some things that not so good.
I think it would be, and I don't know if we talked about this, but like almost like a breath of life back is what you needed. Almost like a little bit of, CPR.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just to, like to bring something back to you that you were missing, not only from the 5 years prior, but then the passing of your husband. And I say it's inconvenient because it's not like you were searching for some dude.
No, I wasn't.
You just met him and you had a connection and you enjoyed the evening. And I think you kind of canoodled for 6 months. Is that about right?
It was pretty much like through the end of June.
Okay.
So it was like February to June.
Yeah. And then ultimately
we met in January.
Yeah. And then he wasn't the guy, but that's okay.
He wasn't the guy at all.
Yeah.
Of course, I always thought the red flags that I was seeing was just fanfare.
Yeah.
So I didn't pay too much attention.
Yeah. Those will go away.
Yeah, those will go away.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
No. That's okay. I mean, think about like my one friend. I'm like, you have not been dating. You are not the woman today that you were when you met your husband, because she's ready to date. My friend Sherry, I don't know if you've met her. And she's like, I don't even know what to expect. And I said, nor should you, because you're not the same woman today as that you were even 15 years ago or 25 or 30 something years ago.
Exactly.
When you first met Mike and when she first met her husband. And it's truly navigating the Wild West of, I don't know what I'm doing. So do you feel like sharing sort of like some of the things that went down, or do you want to whatever you're comfortable with sharing on that?
Well, I don't know. There's been so much, Wendy, and you and I have had plenty of conversations. I don't know. Pick a topic and let's roll with it.
Okay. So a lot of dissension, anger, mean things said. We don't have to go into detail on it, but a lot of very poor choices were made from certain groups of people in that scenario. And very painful. So in the meantime, you booked your first solo trip.
Actually, I did. And matter of fact, I think it was your birthday that I went home and I made the decision that I was going to start living my life. I was not going to be sitting on the sidelines. And I do have you to thank for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you're my inspiration. So I did. I went home and I scheduled my golf tournament in Washington State. Went up there, scheduled my skydiving trip in Texas in September.
She went skydiving.
I did.
I'm not a singer. I know you're all surprised, but wasn't that who sings that song? Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw sings it. Yep. That was so much fun. And I will have to say that weekend that I spent in Texas was probably the best weekend I've had since Mike died. It was the best. I felt more alive. Yeah. And I was like, I'm ready for more adventures.
Yeah. For you, pop that cherry, sister. Yeah.
And then for Christmas, I went, let's back up. For Thanksgiving, I took off to Alaska.
And they're from Alaska, you guys. Everybody's from Alaska. That's kind of where your roots are, right?
Yep.
And they moved to Arizona. What year did we move here?
Let's see. Mike and I moved here in 2007.
Okay. So you went back to Alaska. It's not like you haven't been back, but anyway, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We continually go home until everybody started migrating this way.
I know. And that's motorcycle.
Your dad said that it would happen too.
Yeah. Once you see it, forget it. Arizona's a dangerous place to visit. It's very beautiful here.
It is and I love it. And then I had a great 2 weeks in Alaska. It was so much fun. And then
It's reclaiming you.
it was, and then, and also, let's say in September as well, before I went skydiving, you and I were out and having lunch, and I was talking about that concert.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's right.
And I was like, because I have this thing about being late. I can't stand being late.
Yeah.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves. And anyhow, I didn't think I could go to the concert, if you remember our conversation.
I do. Yeah.
And you were like, why not go?
Yeah.
It's not going to start. He's not going to come on until about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
You were getting off work or something?
Yeah, I was getting off work at 7.
Yeah.
And then the concert was starting at 7:30, and I was like, oh, I can't make it downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, yes, you can. And I will tell you, Wendy, that was the push.
Didn't I pull out my phone and I bought you the ticket?
Yeah, and you transfer. Yeah, because you had SeatGeek.
Yeah.
I didn't at the time. Now I have SeatGeek.
Yeah.
And I do have, let's see, I have the Louis Capaldi concert, which is next month.
Good.
Did I mention it was in Philadelphia?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I have the Ed Sheeran concert in June.
All right.
And these are all,
Who was it that you saw that at that concert?
Oh, September's concert was Rob Thomas.
That's right. And I was like, what are you waiting for?
It was the best. I mean, I felt so empowered when I left that concert. It was my first solo event.
Yeah. That makes me so happy.
It was. I was just like, oh my gosh.
You're like, this is the best.
This is so much fun. Yeah. I know. I think I was texting you nonstop. I was like, hello, look at this.
Yeah.
But it was so empowering.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, I was like, I could do anything.
I
don't need nobody's permission.
Nope.
I don't need anybody's, opinion about what I'm doing. Anything else is like,
or even their company. It's okay if you go to a concert alone.
I loved it.
I know.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But then I booked my trip to Belize.
Yes, she did.
For Christmas.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, kind of need to back up and explain this little story.
Yeah.
In October of 23, Mike and I were talking about finally doing, our get together, like our holiday. Mm-hmm. The girls were, they had their own thing, going on traditions
as a couple. Yeah.
But this was going to be a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So it was either going to be Thanksgiving or it was going to be Christmas.
Yeah.
And either way, we were going to go to Kona because his sister has a condo in Kona.
Everybody goes to Kona.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And anyhow, that October, my best friend called. And she told us that she had liver cancer.
Son of a bitch.
And it was terminal. Of course, we all know. And it was inoperable.
Yeah.
And, talking to Mike, and Mike goes, babe, you need to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's so unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, I'm positive. She needs you.
Next year never came.
And next year never came. Yeah. So now I don't wait, Wendy. I don't wait. Yeah. I jump the flight.
I love it. Yeah.
I jump the flight. I take the trip, jump at the car.
Mm-hmm.
I go.
Go. You're a yes man.
I am. Yeah. I mean, I would say having this many deaths in such a short period of time, it definitely gave me a new perspective on life.
Hell yeah, man.
And that whole, we'll do it next year.
Tomorrow.
That didn't come.
Tomorrow, yeah.
And it's like, don't postpone happiness at all. Don't postpone it.
Mm-mm. But I mean, in all fairness, life does get in the way. And all of a sudden it's 6 months later, it's a year later. But now it's a different, I'm booking this. I'm booking this. So you went to Belize alone. How was it getting on the airplane?
It was pretty empowering. Yeah. It really was. Yeah. I'd never been to Belize. I had so many people talk about it, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
And found probably the safest island they all recommended for a female solo traveler. And that was called Key Calker.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, I really want to go back.
Mm-hmm. I think you should.
I want to spend.
Let's book it today.
I would love to. Yeah. I would book it. I really would for probably anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. I'd love to stay
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I mean, I did so many things, but one of the main purposes was taking the trip solo to prove to myself this is what I can do. And I had that turkey sandwich on the beach for Christmas, like Mike and I talked about.
Yeah.
You know, he would have his lemonade, I'd have my cocktail, and we'll share a turkey sandwich.
Oh, right.
And that's what we were planning on doing in October of 23.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I did it.
You did it.
And
it was fabulous.
well, yes. I mean, you know, looking back at it, it was fabulous because even though I thought I was really prepared for it mentally, when I sat down on that beach to have that sandwich, I just bawled my eyes out.
Good, though.
It was pretty healing.
Yeah.
It was pretty healing,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm sure he was pretty happy going,
Yeah.
you did that. Good for you, babe.
Yeah. Once you went, there's no going back. Nope.
There's not.
So fast forward a little bit, he did some really amazing accomplishments. And in the meantime, you are in dissension, or the girls are in dissension with you over what they decided to determine you did or didn't do or should or shouldn't have done or whatever. Fast forward, one of your daughters loses her children's father, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when was this?
That was on December the 14th.
So just a few months ago.
Just a few months ago. And, you know, it was really unfortunate. It happened. Suicide.
I didn't know that. I thought it was something else.
Mm.
Side note.
Okay.
But
maybe we can edit that.
No, that's
part.
okay. I think it's important to hear about, but that gave, I think it gave a whole new perspective. It sounds like to me, outsider looking in, it gave certain people a certain perspective on loss.
I think it gave her a little bit of a perspective on that. We're not back where we used to be at all. And that stems from a lot of things. A lot.
Right.
A lot of influence from some other outsider people. You know, people that felt like they knew mine and Mike's story. And I will tell you, it was pretty hurtful to be trashed on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know if you recall seeing it, but
I don't even, yeah.
I got ripped apart. Ripped apart. And that's when I made the decision in August of 25. I was like, I'm done. You do you. You be happy. I mean, I wish them all well.
Of course.
I honestly do.
Of course.
But you know what? They don't have to eat at my table.
Walk in my shoes.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I think I would say if I look back at when I was 30 or 40, I might have been a little judgy. No, I would have been. I probably would have been, because life, you know, I always often say, I don't know that I would have listened myself back then if I had given myself advice. Now, I have such a different perspective of not caring what anybody else does, because everybody's journey is different, right? I don't know at that age, and maybe even people in our age group don't feel that way. I just feel that way now. I don't care. I have a girlfriend who, her husband was sick for a long time, and she was painfully lonely, painfully.
It is.
And even in the hospital, lonely. She met a guy in the parking lot, and not a lot of people know that story because it's very judgeable, but I didn't judge it because I knew she was not thinking as straight as perhaps she could have or should have, but I knew she was so lonely that, you know, it's her journey, and you do a lot of things in loneliness.
You do.
But I feel like you've been able to cram a lot of good living in the last.
Well, I would say since July of July of 25.
Yeah.
When you know, you and I were talking and chatting, and you know, I still can't thank you enough for that. But I just thought, you know what? I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines. You know, Mike Mike was a little bit of an introvert. Well, a lot of bit of an introvert.
Yeah, a homebody.
He was a very homebody. And then when the cancer happened, it's kind of like, he kind of stayed in there. And I guess for the lack of the analogy I use is I got so upset because I felt like he was sitting on the patio waiting for the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. I think that's actually, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong because I know you will. I feel like that's not uncommon where the men just sort of acquiesce and just push back. And I'm not saying all men.
No.
I'm not saying that women don't do it, but I feel like there's more women out there that are like, I want to go live my life now. We've raised the kids. You just retired. We can afford things now. We can do things. We're at a space in our lives where it's like the doors, just the floodgates open of possibility. Whereas before we were servicing and happily servicing everyone else.
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden there's a mixture between like, okay, I've got this window of time left in my life. I see it in my clientele where they have this window where they're like, woohoo, and then they get sick and then they're tethered to their doctor. So this is a window between like, I'm just giving a generalization, between like 50 and 65.
Yep.
That you are sprite, have enough wherewithal, money, whatever it looks like.
Yep.
There's about a 15-year window, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, that you really can go balls out and go have fun the way you want to do it.
And that's what I'm learning how to do.
You're right.
I mean, not that Mike and I didn't have fun. I mean, Mike and I did motorcycle trips, everything west of the Mississippi.
Right.
I mean, just the miles that we put on and the international trips. I mean, one of our last trips was to Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
And it was phenomenal. I mean, we had so much fun.
Yeah.
And then, of course, COVID, happened. And
so dumb.
Our trip to Australia was canceled.
Yes, that was 2019, right? 19?
Yeah.
2020.
I think it was right, 2019, right at the tail end. And because we were booking our trips to Australia.
Plus, he was watching the grandbabies a lot.
Oh, yes. I will tell you, those the granddaughters kept him going.
Of course. That was obvious.
Oh, my gosh. They were BFFs. I mean, I don't know, here lately, everything's kind of been popping up in my memories. And I'll post it because today.
Yeah, I saw it today. It's very sweet.
Today, I love watching them.
You see the awesomeness of it.
Yes. I was like, wow, we had some damn good times together. Yeah. And he was the best papa in the whole wide world. Yeah. He really was. I mean, and he was the best husband. Wendy, I will tell you, Mike was great. I mean, if you're going to marry somebody, marry a firefighter.
I've heard the opposite, sister.
Really?
Oh, God. Law enforcement, firefighters, military, they high divorce rates.
Oh,
well, but in all fairness, you were wife number 2.
Yep, number 2.
I mean, I don't mean that disrespectfully, but
no.
But he was like he was my dad's brother. They were very similar. And my dad was a good poppy too.
Oh, he was the best.
Oh, he was the best.
I loved your dad's personality. Oh my God, he would keep everybody in stitches.
Sweet, my sweet dad.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd come over he was so cute. He'd go, "Can I take the kids to school tomorrow morning?" I'd go, "Hell yeah, man!" So I didn't have to rush. And he'd bring over 6 breakfast jacks from Jack in the Box when they used to be 99 cents. Now they're $5.99. But
oh my gosh,
he'd be waiting in the driveway at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
my sweet dad. Oh.
And that was Mike. I mean,
yeah.
I'll never forget when the girls started going to daycare. Yeah. He would go and pick them up early. They don't need to stay there all day.
Yeah,
at all.
I pick them up early. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now you've got some really awesome things under your belt, and you are still healing.
I am.
And mourning, and whatever that looks like for you. There is not one blueprint for it, right?
Oh no, there's not. I mean, it's a healing adventure every day.
See, that's the way you say adventure is really great. You're not really saying you're not. Adventure is a great way to look at it.
It really is. I mean, it's an adventure, a journey, whatever acronym you'd like to use. I can look at it more positive today because one, and I'll kind of give this a little bit of a plug if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I joined a group. It was called griefshare.org.
Okay. No, I think it's really good. Thank you for sharing that.
And they have, all you do is have to put your zip code in, and there's a plethora of meetings everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned some very important tools.
Good. So you were seeking out help and knowledge.
Well, I thought I was doing it wrong, Wendy. I mean, all my girls were pissed at me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it must be me.
It must be,
right.
You know. I just, I was like, oh, am I doing this wrong? And, what do I do?
Yeah.
I couldn't stop crying. I actually wound up having to take 3 months off of work.
Mm-hmm.
It was, but I will tell you it was like the second group that I found. It was just like an instant fit.
Mm-hmm.
And the ladies and gentlemen, it was a co-ed group. Wasn't just women. And of all ages, matter of fact, they had a lot more of experience. And let me tell you, they gave me some really good tools. They gave me that attitude of, don't let anybody tell you what to do.
Good.
They have no clue what the hell you're going through.
So you had like-minded people that didn't make you feel like a freak or wrong or...
Right. And what I was going through, there was no mold.
Right. And you're still going through it.
Oh, you're still going through it. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it was like the day before yesterday, my best friend's death just pummeled me over. And it comes in waves.
Yeah. Well, again, it's early. I mean, you're literally 18 months into the process of
I know.
Some pretty heavy stuff.
I know.
I mean, not that this is supposed to be like all sad and negative, but I mean, I feel like coupled with the stuff we go through in our age group, from our parents to our kids, then you've got the outside influences of the people that you've raised and loved. And it's
heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I like it now because I could smile.
Mm-hmm.
And, thinking about Mike and all the memories and even of my best friend, it's a lot of smiles and how blessed I was.
Which is a decision that you made to choose to, there's a fork in the road and you chose I don't want to say the happy fork. I don't want to say that.
Oh, no, I think that's fair statement, really, Wendy, is because, really, if you think about it, if I sat there and I chose to not move forward, be sad all the time, everything else, how is that helpful to me?
It's not. You can either choose to move forward or you can choose to quietly die.
And I just, mine is Mike would never want that for me. Ever.
Oh, God, no.
I mean, he used to do some of the most odd things, which I thought was odd at the time. He would, because he had a job up there on the North Slope in the oil fields, which was his second career. And anyhow, there was times that he would come home and he'd go, "Hey, hon, I stopped by the union office. Really? What's going on?"
Yeah, big whoop.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to make sure if anything happened to me that you'd be able to live off this.
Oh.
And I was like, well, why do you do that? We're not talking about death here. Stop that, But he was so right. Because he goes, look, yeah, you might go before me. He goes, but statistically, babe, I'm going to leave before you.
Yeah.
So I was lucky. I was so lucky that Mike, always, thought of me.
Yeah.
And he thought of everybody. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I was his priority.
And rightfully so. We were just showcased on Bloomberg Business for retirement. And I had said I always thought we would have had more time. And I think that is so poignant for whether it be retirement, sickness, all the bullshit we go through, right? Like you think, we talked about this earlier, tomorrow. And he planned ahead. I think that's what's a good thing about the government jobs and the municipality jobs is they do give them they kind of give them the classes and all that stuff. So, yeah. But because they came from not a family of planners.
Oh, no.
Considering where they came from.
Matter of fact, Mike will tell you, he grew up dirt poor.
Oh,
on a homestead.
Oh.
On a homestead. out and, oh, God.
In a bus or
Yeah,
somewhere?
it was in a bus, but I was trying to figure out.
In
I can't
Alaska?
remember. Yeah,
Was
it was in Alaska, but it was way out in the valley.
Yeah.
I forget exactly the location, but they had a beautiful homestead. It was on a lake, everything, but they didn't have anything. And then the parents worked in town.
Uh-huh.
And so the siblings kind of took care of all the younger ones.
Because there was 10 total.
Mhm.
And think
10
about that, though.
That's a lot.
My God, even now. Oh, my gosh. That's a whole other story.
It is totally different podcast, right?
Yeah.
But mine is Mike he was one of those planners, and I'm very thankful for it, everything. And I'm super blessed knowing how much he loved me.
Yeah. Are you seeing anybody right now?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
And
Today's today, tomorrow's tomorrow.
Yep.
And yesterday was yesterday.
Yesterday was yesterday, today's today, and I will tell you, he's a widower.
Okay.
I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Because he's, Anyway,
so he has a sense of understanding.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely a sense of understanding. We talk freely about our spouses.
Good.
We laugh. Oh my God, we laugh so much. I'm back on the Harley, so that's great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's got 4 of them.
I was going to make a crude joke, but I won't.
Well, it's good wind therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good.
We're having a great time. Matter of fact, he's the one that's taking me to the concert in Philadelphia. I was like, yeah, that's cute.
I love it.
And I was just talking about it, and he was like,
how did you meet him?
We've actually known each other for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then we kind of reconnected.
Yeah. Wasn't he someone's husband who passed as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. So there's a connection. You understand each other.
Yep.
That's very common too. Is like connect with someone that you've known. There's nothing like like my group of friends from high school, and there's just a connection that's just different than meeting new people out there.
Well, I will tell you, when you're dating in today's world, what is it? The odds are good, but the goods are odd.
My friend Lori, if you're listening, Lori, this is about you. She was telling me she's like, Wendy, there's got to be a better way. She's like, it's just painful out there. And she's single. Oh, sorry. She's single. Her husband passed 14 years ago. She was married for 2 minutes to some knucklehead. And she's like, there's got to be a better way than these dating apps. Now, I do have a client who I met in my business. They found love at 60, and they're really sweet together. So there's a couple different ways to look at it, right?
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I really do.
I do too. They both were like, they were both really brutalized in their divorces. And they both thought, I'll never find love again. And they are so kindred. It's so cool. So when anybody says to me, oh, that's all bullshit, I'm not doing that. It's all how you approach it, and how, my other friend, Sherry, that I told you about, she is, anybody single out there, my friend Sherry. She's awesome. She would be a great mom, wife. She's a hard worker. She's just a beautiful soul. But she refuses to go on the dating sites just because she's just not interested. I said, Sherry, try it. Just try it. See what you think. But I know.
I tried it.
Got to kiss a lot of toads or frogs.
I tried it. Right. It was, oh my gosh. And even the guy that I'm dating tried it. And then him and I came together and we were talking about it. And it was like, it just seems so weird. It just doesn't seem natural, and even the moment you walk in to, meet them for coffee or something, you're just like,
I would be sweating.
Not my purpose.
I would be sweating
not my person.
Down to my hip. I would be, I'd be a nervous wreck.
Well, I will tell you, a lot of them lie. There's a lot of scamming going on. And I guess he was telling me about, there's, he'd meet, they were very nice women. And he was just like, it just doesn't feel natural at all. None. Yeah. It's just, too weird. Yeah. And then they have all these expectations,
Or things that they're like, I won't do this and I won't do that. And I'm not doing that. Yeah.
They have a checklist.
But I think that checklist comes from the previous experiences. So.
Well, it could, but then it could be, the mindset on the East Coast side.
Or it could be curmudgeon-y. It could be like little curmudgeon oldie people-y.
Well, yeah, I think so. But, he was telling me, these women expect, you to drive, a Mercedes and not a C series because that's a lower version.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, it is? I didn't know. You drive a CRV for crazy.
Yeah.
And you have to be, 6'4".
Oh.
And
the odds of that are pretty low.
And then, you have to make, 6+ digits a year. And, and I don't know if it's just the mentality on the East Coast, and I don't know if it was all women, but he was dating, people in his age group, but like he said, he goes, it just didn't feel natural.
Yeah. Well, you found something natural, it sounds like.
Yeah. We talk all the time.
That's so nice.
He just left a couple weeks ago.
Well, you look great. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You really, it looks like, unfortunately, death looks good on you.
I know. I think Mike would be proud.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would want me to move forward. He would not forward, moving forward, not moving on. Because moving forward, I'm taking
He
him
would
with
want
me.
you to live your life.
He would.
That's it. I mean, and you're doing that. When you're doing it so beautifully, I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You were very instrumental in those nudges and everything. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It just gave me the confidence that I didn't have because, like I said, when Mike died, I lost my identity.
Think about this too.
Yeah.
Who do you know in your circle of friends besides Audrey's people, that demographic? Who do you know that's going through this?
Nobody.
You have no blueprint. You don't know what, this is like, and I don't either. So I just, once, God forbid, I don't know what it's going to look like for me. I have a feeling I know how I'll handle it, but what is it? And I'm more spiritual than religious, but the failure, what is it? The fastest way to make God laugh is to make a plan.
Exactly. Because it doesn't always work out. Right?
No.
Exactly.
No. So in closing, thank you for being so open about your experience. I know it's been a bit painful and wonderful and horrible and all those things. So thank you for coming all the way out here today and sharing your story.
I appreciate you having me and, giving me the opportunity to, talk about it. It's just a feeling it's very hard to articulate, but I guess mine is if you know anybody that's going through anything of losing a spouse, please don't judge.
Yeah.
Until you've walked in their shoes.
That's what I was going to ask in closing, if you had any advice or something to share with the next guest. So I think you just shared that.
Yeah. It's not like losing. I've lost my dad too.
Right. Stupid.
I lost my pup in 15. And I can honestly tell you that it's not the same.
No.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
My partner, my identity to him was his wife, his intimacy, our everyday everything. And then for the kids, it's still a loss. But the thing about it is they lose his presence, his guidance. He was there in their lives. Not one loss is greater than the other.
Just different.
But they're just different.
Just different. They have a different face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Bye.
Okay.